Yes. Hello out there. Hello, I'm right here. Nice to be back. I finally got my audio fix. Hope everybody's having a good evening wherever you are. You know. Well, the subject today will be pop culture. You know the pop culture. What we all love, whether it's music, movies, arts, television. You know, you name it, whatever. We'll talk here about that here. Oh man, I heard there was some hurricanes coming up over there over in the Bahamas, maybe over there, but uh, it is here in California. It has cooled off a little bit, but over the weekend it was hot and humid, but now it's beginning to cool down, and yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's see. I'm gonna put the link later on. I'm not sure how many people will be coming today, but whatever, who comes, we're here. But hold on just a second. I'm gonna go get my phone. Oh, here it is. So I can put the link. Okay. I'll put the volume down. I don't want to hear myself. Hey, hello, Dory. How are you? So I'm gonna check my phone. Well, first I'm gonna check if I got any messages. I've been waiting for some messages from a friend of mine. He's gonna go to WhatsApp and see if he has any news from down under. Not down under, but down in Mexico. God, you meet so many people here from so many countries. You think you're talking to. Good to see you too, Dory. I mean, you come from down under, and then, uh, man, see, here we go. My phone is just starting down up, starting up. Okay, let's see what we got here. News. Let's see messages. Mm-hmm. Nope, no messages. Cool. From Messenger. Now let's go over here. If I got any messages. Oh my God! I forgot. I was gonna send the link to somebody yesterday. To a friend of mine. I'm gonna go see and send it. Oh, thanks for. Oh yeah, but it'll just be a few minutes till I put the link out up. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Mhm. Where is my friend? Where is? Okay, where's I gotta go to my channel. So I can some your channel. Okay, I'm live now. Wait. Okay. See? Mhm. Yes, I sent her the link. Okay. Let me send my friend also a message. I hope he's there. Hold on, I'll just look at when I finish this. I'm gonna put the link. It'll just take a second. Okay, I'm finished. Then with that, I'm gonna put the link down. Okay, there's the link right there. Mm-hmm. Anybody wants to come up? I'm gonna try to pin it. Okay, there's a link. Hope somebody comes. Well, let's see what we have here. I just sent the channel link to a couple of friends of mine. Hope they show up. Yeah. Mm. Some great. Oh, let's see. What the hell? So many stories here about people, about cats. Yeah, about cats and everything. Yeah. Let's see. Well, the Bad News Bears is free. The original one, not the 2005 one. The original one, that's the best one. That one's for free here on YouTube. Elvis, Fun in Acapulco. Yeah, okay, we'll probably check that out one day when we can find any good movies on. Let's see. Cats. Oh, look at this. W.C. Fields, The Dinner Sketch. Oh my God, I even talk like him. Well, you see something, kid? You see, people, press the like button. That what W.C. Fields would say. Press the like button, huh? Roast bat or roast. That was that. Oh, Doc Holliday, the movie. That's the Stacy Keach and Faye Dunaway film. Let's see. I think let's see. Yeah, that's for free. Free with ads. Yeah. Oh, I gotta check this out. Now we're gonna go see, and then we're gonna see any pop culture stuff we have. Let's see what we got here. Hmm. Oh God. Okay, let's see. Let's see where we got here. Here's from the Hollywood Reporter. Says Drew Barrymore dropped as awards ceremony host due to resuming show. Okay, well, I guess she didn't have no time to do this award ceremony. Hmm. Netflix will be streaming some Japanese series television. Oh, look at this. Chairman Shipka time travels to the 80s to save her mom in trailer for horror comedy. Totally killer. Oh my god. Yeah, the 80s. God, those were the 80s. Hmm. MTV. Man, we got that. Oh man, I just hope they can put this thing aside, man. These writers, man, because it's hurting the business, man. Hmm. First, I want to say, if you want to bring drama here up to my panel, I want to say, and I'm going to say it once, and I'm going to say it once. You're not welcome here, okay? If you're going to bring drama, okay? I'm not here to listen to the to if somebody from another channel got busted or anything like that, or no. I try to keep this channel a drama free where we can just have fun, talk. This is oh my god, oh my god, an actor arrested for sexual assault at the Venice Film Festival. My god, says Spanish star. It says here the Spanish actor Gabriel Guevara, the star of Prime Video's hit teen film franchise My Fault, has been arrested at the Venice Film Festival. Guevara had an active international warrant out on him for an alleged sexual assault in France. Venice police confirmed the arrest, originally reported by Venice Daily La Nuova. That's, yeah. Hey, what's up, Sam? Come up, Sam. We're going to talk some stuff here. Yeah. Let's see who's here. Hey, what's up, Tupac?
What's going on?
Okay,
Oh shit, where are you?
I'm right here.
Oh, it says you and yeah, it only shows me right up here.
Oh, I don't know what happened. Let's see.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
don't see you. It just shows me.
Oh, wait. I got you. I got it. Wait. Oh, what's
There we
up?
go. Oh, yeah, there we go. Not much,
Yeah.
not much. Just having some drinks.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's cool.
YTDC.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm here in my house. Let me put my camera more. Yeah, I'm
Not
here
drink.
doing my first show here.
You're not having
Mm-hmm.
a drink or what?
What?
You're not having a drink.
No, man, I don't drink Tupac. I haven't drank in years, man.
Oh shit.
Oh, man, years and years since 2017. That's the last drink I ever had. But there was a
Nice.
time, yeah, there was a time, man, when I did drink a lot. I tell you that.
Oh shit. Nice.
Yeah, but I was never a beer drink, a liquor drinker. I was mostly
Yeah, I used to
beer.
drink the beer, but I got too fucking fat and I couldn't handle that shit. It was just like nasty.
Well, they say that beer makes you gain weight,
It does. It does.
and if you drink whiskey with Hey, hello, C. Johns. How are you, D. Johns? It makes you gain weight. Mm. I remember once, a long time ago.
Whiskey and Pepsi, yeah, that's what I drink. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I remember a long time ago.
I find no, the beer makes you more fatter.
Yeah, I remember a long time ago. This was the New Year's when 2000 came when the millennium came back in 1999. That year, I was talking to my sister's boyfriend, and he said that, "Hey, Carlos, I only drink whiskey, man. I don't drink beer, man. That stuff makes you sick, man. Beer, man, fuck." And I decided to drink a whiskey with soda, Scotch and soda, that night. And I
Yeah,
and guess what? I didn't get as drunk, and I didn't feel as buzzed as normally we don't want to drink beer. I said, "Damn, this stuff is good." I say, "Damn, this stuff is good." Oh, wait a minute, why are you? Are you still there? Oh, you're gone, huh? Well, I guess he left us, huh? Let's see. Yeah, I guess he left us, huh? Okay. Think he'll be back later, maybe. Hey, how's everybody doing? Oh, I don't know what happened, Budak. I didn't boot you, man. Mom, maybe you're Wi-Fi, man, but not. No, man, I didn't boot you, man. Yeah, yeah, I got a smart. Let me show you guys here what I have here. Oh my God, where is it? Oh, look at that. I got a I got a smart TV here. I want to show you my smart TV, my channels that I have on. Uh, oh, here it goes. I'll show it to you guys. You see that? That's smart TV. Yeah, you see, I got all those Hulu, Prime, Tubi, Max, Netflix. I got all those. But the one that I don't like is okay, let me hey, okay, Sam, let me get you now, man. Okay, Sam. Hey, what's up, Sam?
Hey man, how you doing?
Fine.
Oh, I'm just, people are always going at me, man. I try for peace. I try for peace. And
Oh
then
man.
there's creep heads like this Nat Clo and people I know in my past who
Oh
were just
man.
terrible people.
Because you have
Terrible.
those guys on your panel. I mean, because you got Reb on your panel. You got I think you had on your panel once what's the guy's name? Uh, Red Baron.
I'm
Walt.
okay with Red Bear now. He did take down my channel.
Oh, he did. Oh, he
Yeah.
was the one who took the channel. Oh my
Well,
God.
there were Riley, who I'm at peace with, took down my
Mm.
first one, and then the last one was Red Baron, who I don't want to have this hate and anger, and so I make peace. Like I made peace with Cynthia. Now I looked at this Nat Clo, who he's a real slime bucket, and he doesn't like me to tell, but he
Oh,
was part of a hate group, and he kept calling people the F word, you know, like
okay.
they're horrible people. And it turned out that he said
Hmm.
he was bisexual. He liked some woman. He went all the way across country, gave her $500. But he's just a hateful guy, man. You get these hateful people. So I always said to him, because you made fun of gay people, you're a streamer. You should make amends and you should fight for gay people.
Well, you know how Poon is, man. Poon makes fun of gays all the time.
Poon? No,
Yeah.
I think he might, but he's kind of friendly with gay people. I think it's just
Oh, he's got a
just
friend.
Poon. I don't think he has anything against gay
Ah,
people,
okay.
really. Not really.
Hmm.
So that's all. My show's doing good, but
Oh, that's good.
I've been trying to do different subjects, like talk about undrama stuff if the people like the drama. So what are you gonna do?
Who is this? Who is this? Ruski? No, man, we're not talking about a guy Ruski. You got the wrong channel, dude.
I'm talking about a guy named. I used to make fun of him. I used to do a parody. I'm not blows. I'm a proud gay man. I want that. Oh, I don't know if you're over 18, so I stopped. I was gonna go someplace.
Who, me? I mean, I'm 18. I mean,
Oh, you're over 18?
well, yeah, since
stream?
1984.
The stream, right? So
Yeah.
I'm not blow. I want the dick of Wazzy Doggy. Oh, Wazzy Doggy, because it turned out that he was trying to get a dick image of this hate
Oh
guy.
my God. Yeah. So
He's so ashamed of himself. He's turned his hate on other people like me. But I did tell him, man, why don't you count for your stream? Why doesn't it count for something? Why don't you fight bigots? He won't do it. He's ashamed of himself, I guess.
sounds like late general.
No, Late General is a pervert. I don't think this guy's a pervert. Late General, if you flash your penis, you're an exposer.
Yeah.
One of those creepy people. So he's not as bad as Late General, but
Well,
he's
just
pretty
like
bad.
just like
He's
that
pretty-
guy, Justin Emo.
Who?
Emo Hollywood. Emo Hollywood.
Oh, I don't know him.
Well, he's a streamer from from another community.
Uh-huh.
And one time he got really pissed off on, and he took his penis out
Oh,
on his live stream. His own, yeah. He got
those people, man. I don't know where they come from. I don't know people like that in real life. I don't know anybody pulling out their dick on air.
Yeah,
These
man,
people, right?
Yeah, man. These people are just
So before last I talked to you,
yeah.
I had Abe. Abe got malicious on me, and then I don't know. I'll try with him again. I kind of missed the guys on air.
Abe, I don't know where Abe is, man. Really, he hasn't been around.
He's been around. No, he's been around.
I seen on a couple of side chats, but I haven't. But he hasn't streamed live. I mean,
I don't know. I miss his on air.
Yeah, me too.
But then people told me he gets in these moods and he can be crummy. But I do like the guy. But there's people I like being on air with, and Abe's one of them.
Yeah.
Well, another.
Oh yeah, today I discovered this streamer. He's from. Well, I'm not gonna say from where he is, but I don't want to put him on.
Well, because he puts it out there. Probably it's probably not a secret.
No, I don't want to put where he. But he's
okay.
This guy that I met today, man, he is really, really funny. He is he is hilarious, man. Fuck.
What's his name?
Well, his name is El Cid, like the, the movie from.
I know somebody the guy who wrote El Cid was a guy named Barsman, who was called a commie during the McCarthy times in America. And he had to leave America. He was a communist, and he went to France, and he wrote all these screenplays, and one was the movie El Cid. Was Charles Heston, who played Charles Heston, maybe? It was a great movie.
Charlton Heston and Sophia Loren.
And they were friends. So this Barsman guy, because I knew these names through Hollywood because I was friends with a sitcom writer, and we would talk about movies, and he would know people. And this guy would get paid like 1/10. He had to write El Cid under a phony name, but that's a great movie. And the end of it is he dies, and they put him on a horse to scare the enemy. Remember, I don't know if you saw that movie. El Cid, I haven't heard about. Not many people know about that movie. It's kind of underrated.
El Cid? Yeah.
El Cid, yeah.
Well, you can find it in some streaming services. If you go to
probably
Amazon, you can probably find it. You can find it. If you go to Amazon and go to Amazon, which is search, you can find almost any movie, and it'll tell you if they have it.
Yeah, but my sitcom writer told me about this guy. And he had to go to France. What are you doing?
No, nothing. I'm just with. I'm gonna go here on my smart TV. I'm gonna put. No, it's not.
I got a dumb TV, man. He
Yeah.
plays all these dumb shows.
Yeah.
No smart
Oh, yeah,
TV
it does.
for me.
Well, here I'm gonna play. Well, I'm not gonna play anything. I'm just gonna see if they have that movie. Gonna go
Okay. I
here
know
and
about that movie because of this guy. But what happened was that he got old and he came back to America. See, he was an American, but he was a lefty. He left the country and he ended up coming back and living his final old age in America. I'm interested in like Misfits, and during the McCarthy in the when was that 50s?
Yeah.
A lot of these Hollywood people got busted for their
early
politics.
50s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, early 50s.
And so the guy who was with McCarthy was a lawyer. Forgot his name, and Trump later really liked this guy. So there's all these connections with famous people.
Nope. They don't,
Roy Cohn.
Yeah, Roy Cohn. Yes, Roy
That
Cohn.
guy.
He was.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Roy Cohn was a lawyer. He was he was also a mob lawyer. He was all kinds of things.
Yeah, but it turned out he was also gay.
Yeah, he was. Actually,
Ashamed of being gay or something. I don't know.
They made a movie about him. HBO made a movie.
Yeah,
about
I
him.
saw it.
Yeah, James Woods film. That's a good movie.
Who played him?
James Woods was.
I didn't see the movie then because I liked James Woods a lot.
It was from the movie was from like it was like think from the 90s, and it's a story about him and the Roy Cohn and
I know about Roy Cohn because a gay man made a famous play. I forget the name of the play, but Roy Cohn was a major character in the play. I think, yeah.
Well, sort of like when they did Citizen Kane. Citizen Kane was based on Charles Foster Hearst. Though.
Yeah, so in California, do you know California?
Well, I'm here.
Oh, so you know about Hearst Castle?
Yes, yes, I know. I heard
There
about it. It's a tourist place. My mother's been there several times.
You've been there, right?
Not me, but my mother and my.
Oh, you got to go there. Well, that's the old home of Hearst.
Yes,
it's Hearst Castle. That you should, if you have a chance, check it out, man. It's incredible. It's really nice.
Yes, I seen it happen. Yes, but the Hearst Castle,
Hearst was a famous publisher who promoted a war with Cuba, and the Rough Riders is famous because of Teddy Roosevelt, but that war was basically started by Hearst.
Didn't know that. I thought it was I thought because Cuba wanted liberation from Spain or something.
No, well, Hearst really played up this story for views, and it ended up that we went, and that's where you hear about the Rough Ride. I said I like history. I did a history show. I did history knowing that people like drama, but it turned out pretty good. It got like 200 views or 300 views.
Yeah, well, I like history too.
Maybe I'll do more history, but
I like history too. Every time I hear all these rules, I hear on ethic rules and all these rules I hear on YouTube that they say not doxing, don't talk about kids, don't do this, don't do this.
Right.
So it kind of takes me to that novel, 1984, where this
Orwell.
Yes, takes you. It just takes you a society where everything gets.
Yeah. Well, in that book or one of these books, they talked about giving the majority of the workers these pills or chemical that would make them compliant, and it kind of sounds like marijuana. So many people now take marijuana and just get stoned and don't fight. Yeah,
remember that when what was that when Apple introduced its computer back in '84, they had that that commercial. They had like a scene of 1984 with people sitting down. It's kind of like a creepy commercial, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
I read a biography.
Yeah.
Of who's the guy behind Apple?
Well, that was Steve Jobs.
Yeah, this guy named Isaacson, who just wrote a biography of Elon Musk, wrote a biography of Einstein, but also about Apple guy, and I read that, and he was he had a father, right, who gave him
Yeah.
away. He had a Syrian father who gave him away, right?
Yeah.
And he got a stepfather, and he loved him. And one day, because he lived in Northern California, I don't know, Menlo Park or one of those places.
Mm-hmm.
So Jobs walks in a restaurant, and the owner of the restaurant was his father.
Oh, cool.
He didn't have anything to do with him because the
Mm.
father basically gave him away.
Ah.
So he was haunted, and he had a daughter, illegitimate daughter, who he didn't acknowledge. And finally, I guess the mother took a test or something. But he wasn't such a nice guy, according to this book.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs.
Yeah, Steve Jobs, and you have all these guys, yeah. Yeah, because
But
it's
but these geniuses frequently are driven by unhappiness and angst, like
yeah.
Steve Jobs.
Yeah, I mean it's I mean look at what sometimes when they were kids, a lot of kids would buy like I was a kid back in the 70s. I remember kids would used to buy model planes, model tanks,
Oh, I loved models.
model cars.
Of course, we put them together, those plastic
Yeah.
parts and glue, and I love doing that, man. Yeah.
And I think that's what I think that's what taught them
Mhm.
how to be more creative doing stuff like that. Kids
Uh-huh.
don't do that no more, motherfucker.
I agree. Well, I don't know about models, but I agree. It helps your imagination and putting things together. And I
Yeah.
think it's really a good thing to do, man.
Yeah,
I
it's
did,
really
but I used to also play with those little toy soldiers.
mhm.
I don't know if you did that. Stuff like
Yeah,
that
I
with my
did. Well, yeah,
imagination, and
I did. Yeah,
we'd have mock battles and all
yeah,
that stuff. It was fun. Legos too, of course.
yeah. Because when you went to a toy store back then, well, to any store, you saw
Mhm.
these you see that
Yep.
they sell them.
Yep.
Now you go to these stores. What what do they want? They want the latest Xbox or the latest that. Or
I don't think they have that many toy stores anymore. If you did,
they closed one here, Toys
they
R Us.
closed.
Remember
Yeah, it's like
that one? They
bookstores.
closed,
Well,
and they have closed a lot. They closed this one called here in the San Diego area.
uh,
It was called Placo. They closed that over 20 years ago.
where was it in San Diego?
It was all over. Actually, they had an Oceanside
Okay.
one. They had it was a chain of toy stores from all over the county. It was
Because
called,
I did live in Pacific Beach,
yeah.
so I know San
Well,
Diego.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I know Pacific Beach, really.
Yep.
That part of town. Yeah.
Yep.
Been there times. Yeah.
There's a big old street, Pacific Avenue, and I lived. I got a really cheap place. It was like
Yes.
$50. It was built after World War II,
Oh man.
and
Yeah.
I was the only white guy there. It was all
Pacific
Latinos. Yeah.
Pacific Beach. You were the
Yeah.
only white guy there. Oh my God.
No,
Well,
no, no. I was the only guy in this complex of buildings, little like huts they made after World War II.
Oh, okay.
Probably tore down by now, but it was cheap. But I was the only whitey there.
Wait. No. Wait a minute. But
It was all
Pacific.
Latinos.
God, I don't. I mean, you must have been at Imperial Beach because
In what?
Pacific Beach and Ocean Beach, which I close, it's a prominently white neighborhood.
I used to, yeah. Well, not always. I was an OB dude. I
Yeah.
loved Ocean Beach and the
Yeah.
pier, and I used to surf there, and it's kind of hippie dippy-ish. So I like
Yeah.
Ocean Beach.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, they were at one time they had some good restaurants there, but a lot of them
Mhm.
they closed, and now most of
Yeah.
them are bars. They have their bars,
Yeah.
and
But across the way, away from the ocean, do you get Loma something? I kind of forget.
they call that's like almost going towards downtown. That's Point Loma. That's by
Point Loma. There's a college there. I think it's a Christian college,
yeah.
and I had a dame, and I used to go there. It was right on the beach. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful, and I guess it was Point Loma. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
know San Diego a little bit.
Yeah, Point Loma. Yeah, there's some churches too, also
Uh-huh.
schools in that
Sure.
area.
Sure.
Yeah,
But there's a huge it's a sad story because I knew a girl there who was from there, but she got attacked by a sailor because they have a huge Navy presence
Oh, I know that.
in
Yeah,
San Diego.
yeah.
So it's you know Mike Brown? He's in my chat all the time.
Mike Brown. I think yeah.
He's from that area.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
You should check in with him.
Yeah,
He's
well,
a great guy.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, it's not too far from me. I'm in Oceanside, right near Camp Pendleton.
Yeah, we talked about that. Well,
Yeah.
you're I think right near the military
Yeah.
bases, right? Oceanside's a nice place.
Exactly.
You live in a nice place.
Yeah, it's up in North County. It's right. It's almost.
Yeah.
It's about 20 miles away from the Orange County line.
Well, yeah. If you drive towards San Diego, you're gonna pass Oceanside, Escondido, and all those little beach towns.
Yeah,
really
no,
nice.
well, Escondido is more inland.
That's right. It's inland. Sorry, I was
Inland,
thinking
yeah.
of
Okay,
a couple other places.
Yeah, okay, you're thinking mostly of towns like let's see, like beach
Sunken
towns.
Beach.
Okay, no, that's Solana Beach. You got Encinitas.
Encinitas. I think
Yeah,
I was thinking of Encinitas.
Yes,
and there's a famous hotel that's that was built by the Teamsters or something.
Oh, okay. That's a place called La Costa.
La Costa, and I know somebody went there.
Yeah, it's a golf course and resort. Yes,
that's a resort. It's a really nice. I never stayed there, but I knew somebody who did.
It's still there. Place is still there.
It's probably still there. Yeah, I think it was built by the Union or something.
Yes, it was. It was built by the Union, and they host there some. Like every year, I think these like the Sony Open or something of tennis matches.
Probably,
they host it. Yes, it's still there. It's I have got friends who used to work there.
Right. Well, I student taught in Poway.
Yeah, that's way back more than I know where
it's
that is.
East. But I tell this story that I went through. Is it Miramar? I had a shortcut, so I went through this military base.
Yeah, that's
near. I had a sticker from my college, so they let me in. But I tried it a second time, and I was going through, and there was a military in back of me lighting up.
Yes,
and they caught me. Terrible security. They let me in.
Yeah, that's Miramar Community College, and you have the military base, which is that's a Naval Air Station. That's where the movie Top Gun was filmed.
Yeah, it's a major, and I that was a stupid move. I could have been shot or something.
Yeah, that's just where the movie Top Gun was filmed there. It's Miramar.
Yeah, so they searched the car, and once they figured out what happened, they stopped. Their hands were on the guns and everything like that. And then when I student taught, right, it was with a teacher who her husband had left her when she was pregnant with her fourth kid. And I kind of got involved with her. She was very lonely. And I was in a dorm.
Oh, that's cool.
And people were up middle of the night. So I started staying at her place. And she wanted me. I didn't do it completely. But
okay, you said it was a dorm, so that would be San Diego State College.
Well, I don't want to say what college.
Okay, because it's San Diego State, and you have also right on the west side, that would be University of California, San Diego.
Well, La Jolla, you got, and I am UC person. You got University of California in La Jolla.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I know that. Yeah,
and I used to go down actually with my kids a couple times because they have a kids beach. I don't know if you know it. In La Jolla, a special place. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, I think I've heard of it, but I know of the aquarium they have there.
Yeah, so they got
Scripps Aquarium. They have there the Scripps Aquarium.
The Scripps Institute, and that's where the guy who invented polio established research.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of stuff in San Diego for sure.
Yeah.
I've been on the campus. Yeah, and then you got these junior colleges all over the place.
Yeah, you have Mesa College right over there, right near.
You got Grossmont. I think it's called Grossmont.
Yeah, Grossmont. Yes.
But I haven't thought of San Diego, but I love it, man. Maybe you should have stayed there. I don't know.
Great climate. A lot of people love because of the great climate.
But it's just a great place to live.
Yeah, great place. Yeah.
I don't know about all the refugees and immigrants, but when I went, it wasn't too bad.
Well, Well, actually, it
It's probably
depends.
gotten pretty bad now, I guess. I don't know.
Honestly, let me tell you. I remember back in let's see,
I know
91.
you're from Tijuana.
Yeah, I know that. I remember back in 91, I would go to downtown San Diego.
Uh-huh.
This was like Sunday afternoon in the town,
Right.
and the downtown was crowded. Oh my God!
Really?
You
Really?
went to you went to go get a hamburger over
Yeah.
at the Wendy's or Jack in the
Uh-huh.
Box in downtown. Hey, they were
Right.
crowded.
Yeah.
But now it's just and it's kind
They
of
got.
an
I'm.
yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
and it's kind of banded. It's just
Yeah. Well, they got a new development, not new, maybe it's 20
yeah,
years old or 30, that new shopping center with the
yeah,
hotel down by the port or something. I
yeah.
forget the name of it. I've been in that hotel because somebody got married. So they put
Mhm.
us up, and it's a big old hotel right on the water. And I forget the name of it's a whole kind of complex.
Oh, I think
Norton or some kind, I forget.
yeah, something. Yeah, I think I know,
Something
but
like
it's
that.
just a name. Yeah, it's on. But what's that place called? I know there's a restaurant, good restaurant there. It's called Island
Mm,
something.
yeah, I don't know, man. But
Island.
they got great restaurants in
Yeah,
San
Island
Diego for
Shelter. No,
sure.
Shelter Island.
No, it's not Shelter
No,
Island.
no,
I forget
Shelter
the
Island. Yeah,
name of
because they
it.
have a restaurant. Yeah.
But the paint, it's painted in these really kind of strange colors. It's very
Hmm.
colorful, and oranges and uh, orange and reds, and
Yeah.
it's pretty. Yeah, San Diego's a nice place,
Oh
and
yeah.
where you live is really nice too.
Oh
It's
yeah.
not as crowded as
No, it's not as crowded. It's just
It's nice.
it's a city of nearly 200,000.
Yeah,
It's growing. Actually, it's growing. I mean,
lots a lot of
it's
military, of course.
yeah, a lot of military, a lot of
Military,
they're building new housing in some places
probably,
now, and they're
probably.
building some they're building this a water park where the old
Oh, really?
yeah
Nice.
where these old driving theaters used to be
Oh,
back in the day.
oh,
They're building this water park,
oh.
and then they're also going to build I don't know, they're also going to build several like an arena because they want to bring
Oh,
a
nice.
professional team to play, but
Oh,
not a major professional team,
no,
something
not
like
with
a local.
200,000 people. It's got to be
Exactly.
like a minor team or something like
Yeah, yeah, something like that. Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's changing. I mean, it's just rapid growth here in this in the
Well, in California. So there's Brandy Brown and Mike
yeah,
Brown,
yeah.
and they live. I think I don't think she was serious, but Brandy knows I like Shakespeare, so she
Hmm.
invited me to Shakespeare at Balboa Park, which is right near the zoo. So I kind of
Hmm.
know that area. We
Oh,
used to
I
go to
know that. Yeah,
Balboa
I know
Park.
that area too because my
Yeah.
niece got married there. It's about this was
Oh,
back
really?
in yeah,
Nice.
back in 90. No, forget. Oh, sorry, back in 2017.
Oh, nice.
She got married there.
So
It's a nice place.
they used to have this famous actor, Dennis Hopper. Do you know him?
Yes, Dennis Hopper. Actually, the Oak Globe. That's where he
He did.
started.
He started and doing Shakespeare at Balboa Park.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
I know.
before
I
he
read
went
his
to
biography. He's a
yeah.
San Diego guy, I guess, for a while anyway.
Well, yes, before he went to Hollywood, and made it
Yeah.
famous. And
Yep.
I think he made his debut in Rebel Without a Cause
Yep.
with James Dean.
Well,
And very
I
few
love
people.
James Dean because
Yeah,
I lived near Griffith Park, which is
yeah,
on right across from Los Feliz.
yeah,
In fact, I spent a night homeless in Griffith Park, but I know Griffith Park very well. And in that aquarium in Rebel Without a Cause, they have a famous fight involving Sal Mineo
yeah.
and James Dean. And I saw an taped
Mhm.
interview, where Sal Mineo had gone to USC and given a lecture at the cinema class. And
Mhm.
he was rough trade. It turned out that he was a gay actor, and he was
Yeah,
really involved with leather, all this kind of gay stuff. And I think he got knifed to death. It was
yeah.
a terrible ending for him.
Well, yeah, because they say he made a play
Hmm.
that consisted about these two gay men. That's what they
Uh-huh.
were saying.
Uh-huh.
And some people were saying he got knifed for that. And but the
Something
police,
like that. Yeah.
yeah, but the police report indicates it was actually a mugging, a robbery.
Okay. But in this taped where he talked to the class, he had like a leather jacket and all this kind of
Yeah,
this subset of gay culture.
yeah. Well, back then it was like, yeah, no, yes, everything.
Well, I
Like,
lived in Hollywood, so there's so many anti-gay, but they people on air talk like they're always thinking about gay. Who walks around thinking about that crap? But on these streams, there's so much hate. Like David Walsh, you know David Walsh?
Oh yeah, I know him.
So David Walsh is always talking about Christian families, which is cool, right?
Yeah.
But it turned out that David's apparently his wife left him.
Oh my God.
So he's talking about all these he's a really mean guy. I really tried with him. He was on my last stream. He's just the way he signs off now is till we meet again. I'm David Walsh. He always copied me.
Oh, David
These
Walsh.
people. Yeah, we're such small streamers, and yet people copy or get jealous. Very strange, right?
Yeah.
He's one of them. I've known him for 6 years. I gave him shows on my channel. I gave him a show. So I know a lot of these people. And Abe's kind of a newer guy. I still like Abe. We'll see if we can get back together.
Yeah, he'll be.
on
Yeah,
there.
he's somewhere out there. I guess you
He
never
kind
know.
of talked a little bit.
He'll turn up.
He's really
somewhere.
talented. I think he's a really talented guy.
He's cool.
He's great.
He's funny.
Yeah, it's just I think he gets moody or madder. I don't know, but he's really a good streamer.
Yeah, him and there's another guy.
Too.
Yeah, there's another guy, but he's not in the around here. He's in a different community, but I know him from the old committee. Pooh knows him really well.
What's his name?
They call him El Sancho.
Yeah, somebody said he was one of the best streamers, El Sancho.
Yes,
yeah. You like him?
Oh yeah, he knows how to. When he talks, people listen. The way he talks is expressive.
Yeah, someone said he was great. So
great guy. Yes,
maybe I'll check it out. Do people come up? Do they come on air?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he comes.
Maybe I should go on air. I don't know.
Yeah, he comes in over here I remember once on his stream years ago. This was before I came to. He had a Sancho's Ladies Night on his stream. And he invited all these ladies, and there was everybody was there. A couple guys were up there. And we were and I was on the side check. Oh God, I had never laughed so hard.
I got to check him out.
Yeah.
People really like him.
Oh yeah, Poon knows him really well. Yeah.
Who knows? That's how he built his channel. So my channel, I don't go that many places, and when I go, I don't go on the big shows, even though I've been invited. Like I like G Mangoes, and people like him.
Well, I was in check this out. I was over at a different community.
Mm-hmm.
It's a community where where they talk about the mob and everything.
No, I like that.
Yeah, like the mob. Well, you heard who Sammy the Bull Gravano is?
Well, I watch him. That's on. He was on Branson or something. Do you watch him?
Yeah. Well, he has a show.
So I watch that show too, man.
He has a podcast.
Well,
a couple of days ago, some streamer who's an outspoken critic of him went to visit him and say, "Hey, what's up?" He went outside and check it out. Look at what happened. His son came out and told him, "What are you doing here?" And told him like that. And guess what he did? He punched him out. He hit him.
It happens.
Yeah, he gave him a black eye.
Yeah, you don't want people showing up, dude. This is the internet, but some people do that, right?
Yeah, you said. Except people were saying, "Oh my God, this guy is stalking an elderly man, ice cream truck." And somebody was saying, "Well, man, you hear all the time that an ice cream man stalks little kids. Now the ice cream man is gonna stalk older people."
Well, one of the most famous mob guys, worked out of a ice cream truck in New York. I forgot his name, but he was a hitman, very famous guy. And I read this book about Kowalski or something. This cult, this guy on HBO. He was something.
Yeah. That's the Iceman.
Iceman.
Yeah, the Iceman.
Well, Iceman was a friend of this other killer who worked out of a ice cream truck in New York.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Iceman.
It's funny we watch. Yeah, I like the mob stuff. The only time I came upon a made person was I worked as a bouncer in Santa Barbara once, and some dudes walked in, and I was told by my boss, "You see those guys over there? They're made. They're mob." I never talked to them really. That's about it. But they were,
Oh, okay.
But I'm interested in that stuff and the mob, and Of course, the Godfather movie was a great movie.
Well, there's several channels I go to. I go to a guy called Gunsmoke Don. A guy.
Uh-huh.
He has pretty good funny content.
Mhm.
And then there's a guy I go to, El Cid. He's also has
Oh, else.
pretty good
What?
content.
What? That Franson, I'm getting his name wrong, was in the mob for like 20 years. He's
Who?
a real. This mob guy. Go to look. You were talking about Sammy the Bull.
Yeah,
Was on with this guy.
Oh yeah, he was. He was. He
And
yes, he was.
yeah,
Yes,
but he's the real deal. The guy of that show, right?
Yes,
He was in the
he's
mob
real
for 20
deal. Yes,
years.
he's on his. Daily.
Mhm.
He licensed daily. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's the real deal.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So this guy shows up to his just so that to his and his son comes out and tells him what is he doing here, and he punches him out. Yeah, and this
Lucky it was
guy.
only a punch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, only one point. But this guy, the streamer who went there,
Mhm.
he's, I'm 56, and this guy's about I think he's about 3 or 4 years older than I am.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know how old the Romano son is. He's much younger than I am. I know that.
Yeah,
He's
probably.
strong, and he punches him out. So
I read there was a biography or book about
yeah,
Sammy the
Mass.
Bull a long
Yeah,
time ago.
yeah,
And I
Peter
read the
Mass.
book.
Yeah, it was by Peter Mass, the same guy who wrote Serpico.
You read that too?
Yeah, I read
We
that
read
too a
the
long time
same
ago.
book, and of course, he gave up Gotti.
Yeah, I read that book. Yeah, too.
Yes,
Back
he
in-
was a short little guy, but he
Yeah.
was lethal, I guess.
Yeah, he's still there. Yeah,
I think he went out, but he served a few years because he ratted on Gotti.
Yeah, he
I
served.
think
a
he
few
went out
years.
to Arizona and got involved in some kind of illegal activity there.
Yeah,
It
and
was in
that's
the
where.
papers a few years ago.
Yeah, and that's where he lives there now in
They
Arizona.
still live there. Well, yeah. There was a fake guy I used to. He made like he was a made man. It was on Sand Show, and he made so I had to check out if he was true. So I asked him. I said, "Where does the old man Bonanno live now?" Because he lives in Arizona. He probably died, but he did.
Yeah,
He didn't know
passed
that.
away.
He didn't know that. So
He
I knew
passed
the guy.
away, and so his son Sal. Who's
Did you
known as
read the
Bill-
son's book?
Yeah,
I read it too. See, we're interested in the same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, the guy kind of gave up his talking about the mob, and his father was very low key. Gotti
really?
wasn't, and he moved out to Arizona. He lived in a typical small tract home.
yeah. He lived in
According to
Yeah, he moved to Arizona. His son, wrote the book.
Yeah.
It's called. I still got it somewhere around here. I'm not sure. I don't know
It
where.
was
it is.
a while ago. I read the book.
Yeah,
The son used to do credit card and all that kind of stuff. I don't
Yeah.
think in the book they talked about murder, if I remember.
yeah. He said that. Yeah. He said his son. Yeah, his son was Bill Bonanno. He was married to Rosalie Profaci, who was
No,
the niece of Joe Profaci,
no.
who was a
Joe Bellacci went before the Senate, didn't he?
Yeah.
The
Oh yeah, Joe.
Bellacci hearings.
Yeah.
and gave up the mob.
Yeah, Joe Bellacci was from the other crime family, the Genovese crime family.
Genovese. Yeah, I forget, are there 4 crime families in New York City?
No, 5 actually. There's
Are there
actually 5.
5?
There's there's Gambino crime family. There's
Yeah.
Gambino, Lucchese,
Yeah, Lucchese, of course.
Bonanno.
Bonanno?
Okay, Bonanno.
What's the other one?
Colombo.
Oh,
and,
Colombo. Good for you. Yeah, I
And
forgot.
let's see, Colombo. Okay, let me start. Genovese, Gambino, Colombo, Lucchese, and what's the other? I think what's the other one?
I can't remember.
I think it's, oh my God, I can't remember that one, but it's 5 actually.
You know how I think it was a Gambino, one of those guys who was in jail, and the mob ran the docks. You know this story, you probably do.
And
And
yeah,
the U.S. government came to them and said, "We'll let you out of jail if you make sure the docks operate okay."
Yeah, that's that would be Lucky Luciano in the 40s.
I forgot the name of
Yes,
it was the head of the family who was in jail.
Yes, he was the head of his family.
And he made the deal, and he ended up going back to Italy.
Yes, he founded the Genovese crime family.
So the American government has worked with the mob before.
Yes, during World War II. Yes,
Yep, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, he founded the Genovese family. Well, That was, but Genovese, when he took over, it became the Genovese
Uh-huh.
family. When Genovese were after, he was deported to Italy
Italy.
in 1946,
Yep.
and he made that deal with them because they
Yep.
say that the Germans were going to
Yep.
sabotage the New York
Right.
harbor
Right.
during
Well,
World War
but
II.
plus the port had to operate
Yeah,
efficiently for the war effort.
yeah, and it's and he made that deal, and he thought he was going to be out. Yes, we're going to let you out, but you're going to have to leave the country for good. They
Yeah,
told him.
that was the deal.
That
Yeah.
was the deal. But some people were saying he shouldn't leave. He should have stayed in jail right here, man.
Yeah. Hi, Dory. Dory's
Yeah.
in your chat. You're an
Yeah.
immigrant.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
the
Actually,
immigrants make this country
yeah.
run.
I'm an immigrant too.
Yeah, you're an immigrant.
Yeah.
Of course, we have to have a border, but you have to recognize how important immigrants. Because my wife's an immigrant, Dory.
Mhm.
She's from the Philippines. She's got to be a citizen. She's been here over 5 years. I think it's 5 years you can take
Ah, 5
citizenship.
years. 5
Is it
years.
5?
It takes 5 years. Yeah.
So she's an immigrant,
Mhm.
and where she works, it's an old folks kind of home. They don't call it
Oh.
that, but it is, and it's mainly immigrants
Oh, that's
because
good.
the white people don't want to do these hard jobs.
Exactly. Well, in the
It's
hospital
reality.
also. When I was in the hospital, most of the nurse, most of the
Yeah,
medical assistants were,
yeah.
were Asian.
Filipinos.
Yeah.
Mainly, that's their industry. They're trained because the Philippines needs money. People go to America, all over the world, and they're nurses. So they really,
Yeah.
in fact, I'm supporting a cousin of my wife's. She's in nursing right now. It's going to take her 6 years. She just entered a program.
Yeah, but they actually I hear someone go to places like Dubai and
Oh yeah. Oh, they go all over the Middle East, all over the world. But the Middle East has all this money. So even places like Israel, they just go all over the world, man.
Kuwait. Mhm.
Yeah. The
Kuwait
Filipino
has.
nurses.
I heard. Speaking of that, I heard Kuwait has the
Yeah.
strongest currency, stronger than all
Probably
the.
so.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
remember, they got invaded by Libya, and we helped them.
No, that's Iraq.
No, Iraq invaded Kuwait.
Yeah, Iraq invaded, not Libya. No, never.
I'm sorry, did I say Libya? It was
Yeah.
Kuwait, and
Yeah, Kuwait,
Bush.
whatever.
We went in there, but a lot of the Kuwaitis left
Mhm.
because they're wealthy and they're lazy, and they went to England and they gamble, and they're supposed to be Muslims, but a lot of them go to all these other countries and all this stuff.
Yeah, well, yes, sir, because they.
They're
I remember when that
Mhm.
when the invasion happened, the war.
Uh-huh.
I was here in where I am right here, and
Yeah,
in the
Oceanside.
Oceanside, and there was a lot of that's the war that brought
Mhm.
America back to believe in the military. That war,
World War Iraq.
Iraq War.
But the country stayed too long. See, we go in and we're great, but we stay too long.
Yeah, I know that. I know. Well, yeah, that's a different thing. But I'm
Different.
saying this before.
But in the
before that-
beginning, of course, when we
Yeah, because,
invaded Iraq.
Yeah, because before that war,
Oh,
the military, like in the 70s,
Canadian.
something, the military wasn't a popular thing as today. I mean, back then, you said you're going to join the military. No, don't join the military. You're going to get killed. People were like, I don't know.
Vietnam wrecked it. Dory's
Vietnam-
Canadian. Vietnam wrecked it.
Oh yeah, Vietnam wrecked it.
Yeah.
You can see if you look at the movies that were done back in from 1970s and all the way to the late maybe the 80s.
Mhm.
A lot of movies, were like anti-establishment.
Yeah.
The villain was maybe the U.S. government, the local police force. Just look at that movie, Smoking the Bandit. Even though it's a comedy, but you
I
look
like
at
that movie.
But the villain was a cop.
Yep.
Yeah, that was
There was a
villain.
famous what was it? A famous comedian. I forget his name.
Yeah, that was Jackie Gleason.
Jackie Gleason, who was
Jackie
a great.
Gleason,
He was a
great
comedian, but a great actor.
A great actor, and
He
also great musician. Was he also? He was a great musician.
Oh, it was. I didn't know he was a musician.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
What did he play?
Yeah, and back then I remember, like in the 60s, like in the 80s, the Vietnam War was still fresh,
Mhm.
and people were and you were hearing stories on TV about these vets who got who had about.
I heard from my
PTSD.
father about Vietnam. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And it's about vets with having the PTSD. There was a war that they didn't want to talk about.
Yep.
That themselves because in these movies came out like
Uh-huh.
Platoon. They were
Right.
anti-war movies. The Deer Hunter back in the 70s, Apocalypse
Oh,
Now. Those
great
movies were
movie.
like,
Yeah.
they were like anti.
Sure. Sure.
They were like anti-war movies,
Sure. Sure.
and I remember this commercial on TV. It was about Time and Life books. You remember those books they used to
Yeah.
sell? World War II books,
Uh-huh.
Vietnam books, the
Right.
Roman books, all kinds of books, the
Right.
Wild West books, and all the
A
time.
series of books that
Yeah,
Time magazine, that
Time
company
magazine.
would produce.
Yeah, they had all these books, and there was this commercial about the
Mhm.
Vietnam War,
Mhm.
and it was narrated by Martin Sheen, the actor,
Yep.
and it
Got a
had
heart
this.
attack on Apocalypse Now, by the
Oh
way.
yeah, I heard it. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that happened, and
That's
they
not
were
his
in the,
real name. He's Hispanic. He
yeah,
changed it.
he changed it so you can.
But his
So
son changed it back.
oh yeah, he did change it because his because he didn't want to get discriminated. That's why they changed
Yeah,
it.
and Hollywood was very back
Yeah,
then in the
back then, yeah.
40s. Well, society was far different and less tolerant and much more prejudice
Yeah, back then,
back then. Yeah.
and there was this commercial that they had to say,
Mhm.
the Vietnam War, buy these to the books and everything,
Uh-huh.
and they had these and they had these vets who were there. It says, and they had this funny thing. We were there,
Mhm.
but it was my friends would come. But if it wasn't for the Air Force,
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't be here talking with you guys. When the Air Force
Wow.
bombed the BC and doing like that, we were there.
Viet Cong.
Oh, yeah, Viet Cong and all that, and they were talking. One guy was saying, "Hey, man, I love this country."
Uh-huh.
They were crying. It was a commercial. Second, they had
Yeah.
the segment lasted only about 30 seconds, and then another
Yeah.
20 seconds of vets talking, and at the end of the commercial, there was a father and a son
Mhm.
walking through the Vietnam Memorial
Whoa.
over there in Washington
Uh-huh.
D.C. And the little boy tells his father, "Dad, what's Vietnam?"
Mhm.
He tells him, "Dad, what's Vietnam?" I tell him about what was that,
Yeah.
and people were still. I remember, man, people were just saying that the war, and my brother, who I don't know if I told you, but last year I lost a brother.
Uh-huh.
He used to say to us the other day, he used to say, "Man, how come the Vietnam vets have all that PTSD?" And the
Wow.
World War II vets were saying that they were glad they were fighting over there, fighting
Mhm.
fighting the Nazis during World War II.
Right. Well,
And
they're different wars.
yeah, different war. Yes, I said, what the fuck what's going
What?
on? Yeah,
There was it's Stallone, when you were talking about that,
yeah,
famously, I forget the name of the movie,
yeah,
he played an ex-vet.
yeah. Rambo.
No, before Rambo. The
Uh,
first Rambo. Then I don't think they call the first one Rambo.
well,
He
the first
played
Rambo.
Rambo.
No. The first Rambo, it was just called First Blood. That was it.
The first, that's what I'm thinking about. So in First Blood, famously, Stallone basically broke down and said he just wanted to be loved by his country. So when you were talking about that, I was thinking of that.
Yeah.
But most veterans, whatever the war, don't want to talk about it.
Well, exactly. It's
Right.
true. And years
Most.
later, yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
years later, yeah.
Dory, you mentioned Easy Rider. Are you
Yeah.
still there, Dory? I don't know, because
Easy Rider came out during that time.
that's one of my most favorite movies.
Yes,
For
Easy
sure.
Rider. Yes.
It was filmed not too far from me.
Oh yeah.
The scene with the hippies, the commune.
Oh
The
yeah.
commune was filmed near. Remember in the series MASH, the
Yeah.
helicopters. They filmed it in Malibu Canyon, where Kobe Bryant crashed.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
No
know
wonder
that
the
area.
mountains look so familiar. That's
Yeah,
funny.
it's not Korea. It's Malibu.
Yeah, of
If you
course.
keep going on it's like 20 minutes on a road and you get to the beach.
Yeah.
But it's by Agora.
Agora. Yeah.
And if you keep going south on the freeway, you get to Calabasas in half an hour.
Yeah. Calabasas.
So I'm not far, but yeah, Easy Rider. I love that movie.
Easy Rider and
I brought it up the other day.
Yeah, Easy Rider, and you have oh man, Easy Rider, and you have also films like oh god, it was
Easy Rider changed Hollywood. Do you know
yeah.
how?
Mm-hmm.
Dory, we were talking about Dennis Hopper grew up near Carlito. in San Diego. He's from San Diego,
Yeah.
but I love
No,
that movie.
well, actually, no. Wait a minute. Dennis Hopper did live in San Diego, but he was born in Kansas. He came back.
Yeah, I guess so. That
Yeah,
biography was a long time ago,
yeah,
but
yeah.
he did
Well,
he did theater in Balboa Park
yes,
in
he did
San
theater
Diego.
there. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I remember seeing him in an interview a long time ago.
He's a very interesting guy.
Oh yeah.
Great director. He got involved with
You,
drugs, and he went to Taos and he bought the movie theater there.
yeah, cool. Yeah, you ever seen a movie where he's like an ex hippie who's been on the run from the FBI for years and
Oh, I didn't
years?
see that. That'd be good.
That
I
movie
didn't
is
see that one.
called Awakenings or something. I think it's called.
Wow.
It's really funny. It's like it has Kiefer Sutherland,
Mhm.
the actor, and
Mhm.
him, and he's a hippie. Everybody's looking for him. And it's really funny movie. I think he is called Huey Walker in the movie.
No,
Yeah, and they're looking for it's
he's incredibly talented.
yeah.
We were talking about Apocalypse Now. In a
Apocalypse
way, he
Now.
kind of stole the movie. He played a
Yeah,
crazed
Apocalypse
journalist
Now. Yes.
with Brando. Stallone, I think, did some Brando, was inspired by Brando in Rocky. I think.
Yes. Brando
I love Brando.
inspired a lot of those
Yeah,
characters that
yeah.
from the 70s, from the Fonz to
Well,
Tony Manero and
uh-huh,
Stallone and Rocky.
uh-huh. Yeah, I
He
agree.
inspired all of
I
those.
see it. I used to do the on my show. Sometimes I do
Yeah,
the taxi cab scene on the waterfront where
yeah,
I could have been a contender. I
yeah.
could have
Russell.
had class. It was you, Carlito.
Yeah, it
It
was his
was
brother,
you. He was
Rod
talking to his
Steiger.
brother. They were on the way to kill him, and his
Yeah.
brother let him
Oh yeah,
go.
yeah. Johnny
They killed the
Friendly.
brother in the film.
Oh yeah, they killed his brother. Yeah, when he left. Yeah, Johnny
Lee,
Friendly.
what was his name? Lee
Well,
J. Cobb,
yeah,
maybe.
Lee J. Cobb, Johnny Friendly. He was a
I
cop
know
in The
that about
Exorcist.
movies. Movie Maniac and me have always been at odds because he put me third in terms of the best streamer.
Yeah.
But he's been back. We're okay. I like talking
Mhm.
movies.
Oh yes, Movie Maniac. I haven't seen that guy in
He's been around. He
quite a
better
while.
what he did was he told me years ago that me and Unbleached were the best. We're keeping this little universe, and then he came out with his best list, and he put 2 people ahead of me. So I got mad at
Okay.
him. He put Don Anus, Don
Mhm.
A, if you know him, and Sheppy, who's a creep, ahead of me because anyway, there's all these history with people, but I'd like him to come up and we talk about movies, even though most people they want the drama. So
You
when
know who I want on my panel if you can
Mhm.
if you see him again.
uh,
Remember that guy who was on your panel called Russell something? What's his name?
Russell Cook comes up all the time.
Oh, you tell. Oh man,
I'll tell you about Russell Cook. I
Yeah,
got him on air. I'm the guy who
yeah,
got him on air because Russell and I used to follow Hostbuster, right?
yes,
So I
yes,
did it. I actually created Hostbusters.
yes,
I don't know if
yes.
you know
I
that
want.
show.
Yeah, I like to have him up here in our panel. Yeah.
So I talked him into it. He used to be in the chat, and I said,
Mhm,
Russell, come be. I need an everyman, like a
mhm.
third person. No, I don't want to go up. I
That's right.
talked him into it, and he came up,
Mhm,
and that's it. I know a lot about
mhm,
Russell.
mhm.
We go up and down, but we're good now, and I like Russell.
Yeah.
And
Oh
he's
yeah.
becoming he was on the show a couple times ago, I think.
Yes, I was. Yeah, it was about a week ago.
Yeah, something like that.
About a week ago, I was in the side chat.
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing you, and I said
Yeah,
hello to you, but you didn't
yeah,
come up.
and the side check, and I was right there.
I
Yes.
saw you. Yeah, you should come up sometime, man.
Yeah. Well, I didn't come up then because I
Yeah.
had some issues with the computer. So what I had to do, I had to change
Oh,
the computer to another computer.
you you remind me of Randall a little bit, and he had a show tonight, and I missed it.
Oh, Randall.
I would have come up.
I
He had a
know
show
Randall.
today. Yeah, you should sub.
Randall, I should check him
Randall
out.
from
Yeah.
Florida.
Yes,
He
I know.
was on like an hour ago, and I
Oh,
missed it. I was gonna go up.
I didn't know he streamed.
Yeah, you should go up on it.
Oh, so check him out one of these days. Yeah,
Randall from Florida, sub. He's a good guy.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
The two of you kind of remind me. You're both
Yeah, he's
not
still,
pretentious, and you're everyday people, and I
yeah,
like it.
he's a little younger than I am.
I don't know his age.
Yeah,
He looks kind of older.
yeah, yeah.
I
He's
don't
a
really
little,
look at age that closely,
well, me too. But
but so I have some really good people. Randall,
yeah,
you um yeah, I used to go on your show more,
yeah. Oh yeah.
but I like talking with you, man.
No,
And we
no, I
have
like.
some common interests, you know.
Yeah, I like comments. Yeah, this is the stuff. This here we can talk about movies. We can talk about that. I like
Real
that.
life. My wife's an immigrant. You're an
Oh,
immigrant,
that's good. Yeah, we can
etc.,
talk about
etc.
this.
I've been
Yeah.
in Tijuana, of course,
Oh yeah, Tijuana. Yeah. So
but
what?
I went with dudes for the women in the bars. To be honest,
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, I got you.
we got so drunk once. We were
Hmm.
3 o'clock in the morning, so we walked from, is that the Avenue of Revolution or something?
Yeah.
We walked all the way from there to the border. I remember in the middle of the night.
Oh,
It
that's
was kind
pretty.
of fun.
Oh my God, that's pretty. I mean, it's not that far, but it's a long walk.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Interesting
But
walk.
I think I was 17. We couldn't. It wasn't legal age, so we go down to Tijuana and the
Yeah,
bar girls and have fun place.
yeah.
But of course, it's really poor.
Well, it's well the the drinking age down there is 18. That's where a lot of
Really, they never enforced that.
no, it's they never enforce it, but the legal age in Mexico to
I
drink
didn't
is
know that.
18.
And
And
I stayed with my first wife
Mhm.
one time, at least at Rosarita Beach.
yeah,
That they have a famous hotel there.
yeah, famous. Yeah, it used to be a casino back when it opened many years ago. When it
Mhm.
did, yeah, it's been
Is it
that.
still there? Is it
Oh
still
yeah,
there?
it's still a
Okay.
very historical hotel. I was
Yeah.
been there a couple times.
Nice.
I've been there. Yeah, one
Very
time.
nice. Yeah.
Hotel. It's built in old traditional
Yeah.
Spanish,
Yeah. Right on the
Mediterranean,
beach. Right on the beach.
right on the beach.
So I like Mexico. I like Mexicans. I like
Yeah,
Mexican Americans, and people have
yeah,
the wrong idea.
yeah.
Most are hardworking people. They're not
You know,
cartel. There's cartel, but most are not.
back in the day, like in the 80s. I mean,
Mhm.
Rosarito was oh my God, it was a full of tourists from San Diego and
Uh-huh.
LA would go there.
Yeah.
It was like at night. The families
Yeah.
would go home,
Yeah.
like at in the late afternoon,
Mhm.
early in the evening, and at the evening time, the college kids and all the high school kids would come
Yeah.
and
That's right.
party over there.
Yep. Party.
Yeah.
We went to this very poor town, and they became known because they started selling lobster.
Hmm.
But they were so poor when they'd run out, they'd quit. But they got so prosperous, they got refrigerators,
Hmm.
and it helped the whole town just selling
Yes,
lobsters.
yes. It's a town called Puerto Nuevo. It's right there.
Mhm.
It's right south of Rosarito.
Okay,
Really
there you go. Yeah,
famous.
it was near that. That's a
Well, near
town.
there. Yes, it's a place where they sell lobster.
Uh-huh. It was
And you get,
great.
yeah,
It
and
was
you get
wonderful
your
food. Oh, I still
yes,
remember.
yes, and
Is
you
that
get your
good?
you get your tortillas and
Yeah.
you get your beans and
Rice
rice
and
and
beans
your
and
lobsters
beer.
and your choice of soda and beer and
Yeah, good Mexican
really
beer.
stuff. Oh yeah, really stuff. Because it's fresh lobster because
Mhm. Yeah,
they take it.
especially before the refrigerators, because
Yeah.
they didn't have refrigerators. They were so poor that it was
Hmm.
all fresh.
Hmm.
People came from San Diego. A lot
Yeah.
of Americans in San Diego used to go there because gas is cheaper and blah blah blah.
Yeah, well, a lot of things are cheaper. They would
Yeah,
go down there.
most is cheaper. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, there was even a time
Mhm.
when if you walked, Revolution Avenue, you could
Yep.
see
I was talking about it.
celebrities, walking.
Yep.
American celebrities walking.
Yep.
I remember a lady used to tell me that she used to work in one of them restaurants, and
Yeah.
Revolution. This was back in in the early 70s, late
Uh-huh.
60s, and he said he once served Leonard Nimoy with Star Trek.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, served Leonard
Of
Nimoy.
course.
Yeah. And there's another story about a famous singer who went over there.
Mhm.
There's a singer. She's still
What's her name?
well, her name is Jeannie Silva. She's a pop singer.
Oh, I don't know her.
She does
Okay.
covers. She
Uh-huh.
lives in Tijuana. She's a
Okay.
nightclub performer. She's been
Right.
there. She's been doing it for more than 50 years now, but she
Right.
still does it out there.
Right.
She's like in her late 70s now. She still does
Yeah.
shows and everything. And she told a story that one day these two guys came,
Mhm.
and one of them was very drunk and wanted to and started acting fresh with him. Hey, you know like that. And you guess who that drunk guy was?
Who?
Guess who it was? Jim Morrison.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoa!
And
I know a lot about Jim Morrison.
yeah, and she turned him down because he was so drunk.
Whoa, he was so drunk. Well,
Yeah,
he was a drunk later on. You know, he
yeah.
died a drunk in Paris. I went to the cemetery where he's buried
Ah,
outside of
yeah.
Paris. Very
Mhm.
famous cemetery.
Yeah.
And most of the people there went to see Morrison. All these famous authors were at the cemetery, but most people want to see Morrison's grave.
Mhm.
You go to the grave, right? And
Yeah.
people leave marijuana cigarettes, they leave pubic hair, all these things on top of the grave. And the security comes every couple hours and clears everyone out and cleans up the grave.
Mhm.
Poor
Yeah.
Morrison, right?
Yeah, Morrison. Yeah, he was there. He used to go there.
I knew somebody who saw him in concert.
Oh man, they're too.
They said they didn't think it was Morrison. It was in Eugene, Oregon. Alice Cooper opened, and
Yeah,
they said that Morrison at that point was fat and he grew
yeah,
this long beard. And people in the crowd kept saying, he said, "Where's Morrison?"
yeah.
Well, he just changed. He wasn't that album cover like you're talking about. He was drunk.
Okay.
So,
Hey, I'll be just right back. Just a second.
okay.
Okay.
I wonder if anybody's still in chat. I just came to talk to Carlos, so I don't know if anyone's watching. You can't. Oh, don't worry about coming up, Dory. If you're still listening, where are you an immigrant from? Are you from Mexico? I'm interested. What about Easy Rider? Do you really like that? Dennis Hopper directed Easy Rider, as a matter of fact, and he was in it. I think he played the other guy, Peter Falk. What's his name? Played Captain America, and Dennis Hopper was his sidekick. But he also directed that movie, and it changed Hollywood because it was an independent film, and it made so much money. People, Canadian. Oh, that's right. You told me. Sorry. So, are you a Canadian immigrant to America? But the Easy Rider made so much money, it kind of broke the studio's monopoly, and then people made independent film, and like the golden age of Hollywood were probably those movies in the Peter Fonda. That was the golden age of Hollywood because so many people after Easy Rider made independent films and
Yeah.
not just. Peter Fonda was son of a famous actor,
Yeah,
Henry
Henry
Fonda,
Fonda.
who was actually even more famous. But Peter Fonda did good work, but he was no Henry
Yeah.
Fonda, who was in The Grapes of Wrath,
Yeah, Grapes of Wrath. Yes.
which was
Mr.
a great
Roberts.
book, by the way, by Steinbeck. I
Yeah.
read the book, right? And it's all about, it's kind of like immigrants,
Yeah.
Okies who came to California, but it was the same idea. They had hardship,
Yeah.
prejudice, blah, blah, blah. See, I know
Yeah.
about movies.
I saw that movie. Yeah, let me tell you, I've seen it.
Grapes of Wrath, and at the end, there's a famous scene, and the character said he fought for the Union, and he said, "I'll be there, I'll be everywhere." In other words, fighting for the downtrodden worker.
Yeah. He said that whether it will be I'll be there. He said something whether he would.
Wherever you are, I'll be there. That I remember that that speech at the end. Henry Fonda, great actor.
Yeah, it was that time. It was when they killed his friend, the cops, and then he went after the cop, and he killed one cop.
Something, and they had to go on the run or something, didn't he?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, the Fonda family. Yeah, Jane Fonda, of course, was Peter's sister.
Yes,
she was a big activist.
Yeah.
And she is hated by a lot of people because during the Vietnam War she went over there.
Hanoi. Yeah.
Hanoi. Yeah. Hanoi. Yes. Jane, I guess they used to call her.
Yeah, they used to call her Hanoi Fonda.
What a great actress. Yeah,
and there were all these. What you call that? Bumper stickers, military bumper stickers.
Yeah, probably.
I hate Jane Fonda.
Especially in San Diego, which has tons of military. San Diego's a big Navy town.
Yeah. military. Sunday was
Of course,
military.
Oceanside too. Of course, they had
Yeah,
that huge. So if we go to war, you're dead, Carlitos,
yeah,
because they're going to bomb the military bases close to
exactly, exactly,
it.
exactly. I remember during the when the Russians invaded
hmm
Afghanistan
hmm
and the Americans were the President Carter and administration, everything
Uh-huh.
were, they condemned that invasion
Uh-huh.
of when the Russians invaded. That was in late,
Of course.
yeah, that was in late
Well, they
1979.
were. America was friends with who was that traitor? Mohammed, that terrorist
No,
guy,
well,
9/11.
well, that's where he started.
He started against the
The
Russians,
Russians, him
and
and the
America gave Stinger missiles.
yeah,
So they turned. We never should have armed them, I guess,
yeah,
because they turned on us, and
yeah.
it
I guess
resulted in 9/11.
exactly,
These strange
exactly.
interweaves of history.
Yeah, the roots of history. They started in it.
Yeah, well, he was a millionaire, Saudi, but he went to Afghanistan to fight the Russians, and
Yeah.
finally the Russians got tired and left.
Yeah, the Russians, yeah, they got tired and left. But I remember somebody saying back then
Uh-huh.
because there was rumor, speculation if
hmm
the press was saying maybe the U.S. is gonna might get into war with the Russia,
Yeah.
and then somebody was saying in school, "Oh man, no problem, man. We got." He said,
Well,
we got Camp Pendleton right here."
there can be no war
Yeah,
because we're all dead.
exactly.
That's what the leaders know. We
Yeah.
might stumble into it, but basically we have nuclear war is going to destroy this planet.
Yeah, well, this was I mean, this was during the back of the
Afghanistan, I would think what the 60s,
no, this happened like in the late well,
the
I was
70s. I'm not
yeah,
good
late
with dates.
70s.
Yep.
Late 70s.
Yep.
Late 79, that's when the invasion
Yeah.
started. The Russians, invaded
Uh-huh.
Afghanistan. So
hmm
this was during the time of the Cold War,
Yeah.
and it was
Yep.
and they were saying, well, and I remember some kids in school were saying that one of their teachers was
hmm
told them, and he asked me, this guy Ramon asked me, Carlos, I heard
uh
what Mrs. Steiger told us. She said that the Russians have this special button,
hmm
and if they push that button, the entire world blows up
Well,
to
that's not true.
pieces.
That's
I know,
ridiculous.
no. I know that's not true, but they were
But they
saying,
got, they got buttons. Like, did
yeah,
you see Oppenheimer?
yeah. No, I didn't see it, but
Oh, you got to see it. I saw it like 3 weeks ago. It's really
yeah.
good, man.
Oh yeah, I read about it.
Yeah, it's real good. I
Yeah,
read the book years ago because I mean, I'm interested in the Manhattan Project. By the way, one of my degrees from BA is in political science, so I
uh-huh.
kind of studied some of this stuff,
So
Russian influence, etc., Cold War.
yeah, but Oppenheimer was a man who was being harassed by the government, because of his
Mhm.
wife, I think.
Um, well, n- they knew about this and they used him. Why they went after him was he opposed the hydrogen bomb.
Yeah,
So that's why they went after him, because he didn't support continuing and building up. Of course, the military wanted more and more.
yeah,
So yeah, they slandered him,
yeah, yeah. Back then, it
but
was
they used him. They knew about him.
yeah,
But there was an English spy they brought in. They didn't know he was a spy. And the Russians got a lot of our research through those spies, and they developed their own hydrogen bomb. Blah
yeah,
blah blah.
yeah. The
Which
Russians,
it might have been a good thing because you want deterrence. So if we're the only country with the bomb,
yeah,
I don't know. That might not
yeah.
have been good. I don't know.
Well, they have,
Even though I love my country.
yeah,
I don't know. He got, well, in the movie, did you see the movie, Dory? It explains all that stuff.
yeah,
He didn't get practically, he got blacklisted. He lost his security clearance.
yeah,
So it's not like he got on a list, but he couldn't get jobs if he didn't have security. They took it away.
yeah. They were pretty. Well, that was also
Although he did consort with left-wing people and all of
yeah,
that. And he flirted with communism. That's true.
hmm
a lot during World War II. A lot of people did because the Russians were allies with America.
Exactly. And when the war ended, all
Mhm.
those people got railroaded.
Yeah. Well, Patton wanted to bomb Russia, but instantly it became, after the war, a Cold War. You know,
Yeah.
the Russians invaded and took over all these countries like Poland,
Well, yeah, because
Ukraine, etc. Yeah.
yeah, well,
And here
that's
we are,
well, that's the
Ukraine, Russia.
well, that's how the Warsaw Pact. When
Yeah.
the Russians, because during the war when Stalin,
Hmm.
the Russians were Stalin told them we want what's the Baltic states.
Yeah.
He said that he wanted that.
Correct.
That was after the war. He
We
told
wanted
them.
more than that.
Yeah,
A lot of
Russia.
states took Hungary, and
Yeah,
but the Warsaw Pact
yeah,
was like our NATO. It was an
exactly.
alliance among communist countries.
Yeah, those countries like Poland back then,
Yeah. Yeah. They were
all
part of the
those.
Soviet Union
Yeah, part of that. Like
because of World
Yugo,
War II.
yeah, Yugoslavia.
Yep.
Yugoslavia was just
Yugoslavia. I was in Croatia, by the way,
yeah.
which used to be Yugoslavia as a
Hmm.
kid. I was Yugoslavia was three different kind of nationalities,
Yeah,
and under communist Tito in World
yeah.
War II, this dictator held the country together, and then he died, and then you had all that fighting. I was in Croatia, beautiful place.
Oh yeah. Few people know the story that one the most popular movie that the Croatians fell in love with back in 1950.
What?
It was a movie from Mexico.
Oh,
It was a story about this army colonel
mm-hmm.
who is about to be executed
Uh-huh.
by the military for he was accused of I think uh, what you call that of traitor or something.
Oh, Zagreb. I was in
Yeah.
Zagreb.
No. I'm
No,
saying
I'm talking to Dory in chat. She
yeah.
went to
Okay.
Zagreb.
Yeah, and it was
I was in Zagreb.
he was accused of being a traitor for the during the Mexican Revolution,
Revolution.
and he was in jail waiting for execution. And this is a story. It takes place where this Cuban woman who's a journalist comes to Mexico to interview him, and
Uh-huh.
he interviews his family, and he meets his mom and everybody and it tells the story about the ordeal he has put his family through,
Uh-huh.
because he's going to be executed for treason by the government
Uh-huh.
for treason, and people his family, his friends, don't want to see him being executed. And that movie was when it was released in there in Croatia
Mm-hmm.
Was a big box office hit,
Yeah.
very popular. It was released in 1850, the movie, but I forgot the name of
I
it.
mean,
But
1950. Yeah.
yeah,
Dory, can I tell Dory to come over to my channel sometime?
sure.
Really like Dory. The name of my channel is Sam Hill American. Sam Hill American. I talked about Croatia because I stayed at a place. I don't know how long it'd be from Zagreb, maybe a couple hours, called Svete Stepen near Dubrovnik. So I've talked a little bit about that and other things, and I've traveled, and I'd sure like you over there. I wanted to mention that we had talked about Marlon Brando. So Marlon Brando played, this, Pancho Villa.
Yeah, I know he plays Zapata.
It seemed a little odd, but he's such a great actor. But
Yeah.
he did seem a little odd, don't you think, playing Pancho
No, Zapata is different.
Zapata?
Yeah, Zapata, Pancho Villa were
Oh,
they
I'm sorry. He
yeah.
played, was it Pancho Villa?
No, Emiliano Zapata. That
I
was he
see. I
was
got it wrong. I'm sorry,
yeah
Zapata. I don't know
different.
much history.
They fought during the same. They fought
Mhm.
in the same war,
Yeah.
but they fought for the same cause. But one of them was in the north,
Uh-huh. Oh, okay.
Mexico, Pancho Villa, and
Mhm.
Zapata was in the south. But they met each other in
Mhm.
Mexico City,
Mhm.
and they had Pancho Villa with his men, and Zapata with his men,
Mhm.
and they had this big feast, and they met with the Mexican president, and they sat in the
Oh,
and one of them sat in the presidential seat.
mhm.
That was called. Hey, what's up, LT man? It's long time no see.
LT man.
Yeah, come in. Yeah,
Nice.
and they fought and they they met each other. They talked about how things were going, the war, everything, because
Mhm.
Mexico for 11 years was in a civil war
Mhm.
with
Yeah.
people. Yeah,
America invaded Mexico at one point too. I think Grant served
yeah,
in that war.
that's you got to go back to
He invaded
1840.
Mexico. Yeah,
Yeah,
a long time
1846.
ago. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
before the
1846.
Civil War. A lot of Civil War generals had fought in that war.
Yeah, yeah, like under what's the name, Winfield.
Who led that? I forget.
Yeah. It was they fought under General Winfield Scott. It was actually Custer
Scott.
was there.
That's right.
Yeah, Custer. If you look at
Under
a movie,
Scott, who
yes,
was uh, well respected, and I don't know if Robert E. Lee fought in that war. So a lot of famous people from
yeah,
the Civil War fought
yeah,
in that war.
in Winfield Scott, then yeah. Winfield Scott was a general,
Yep.
and under his command, one of his officers he had there, a young
Uh-huh.
man named of Custer was there too.
Custer. Are you talking about the Custer who got killed by
Yeah,
the Native Americans?
yeah. There's even a movie about that. It's called
Mhm.
"They Died with Their Boots On." It's called. It's
That
with
wasn't with John Wayne, was it?
no Errol Flynn.
Aeroplane. Oh, that really goes far back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Errol Flynn, 1945 or 4 in the movie.
Errol
It was
Flynn was thought of as a sympathizer for the Nazis, by the way.
I heard about that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard something about that. And Errol Flynn was in that movie along with
He played
I don't
Zorro, didn't he?
yeah, Robin
Which
Hood.
is isn't Zorro Mexican?
No, well, it takes place in what is now California
Mhm.
during the Spanish occupation.
Uh-huh. Of course,
Back
California was Mexico.
Yeah, it was Mexico, but it was part of Spain,
Hmm.
and then when Mexico became independent
Yeah.
in 1821, it
Yep.
became part of Mexico.
And France was in control of Mexico.
Yeah,
And
19,
one of the
1860.
leaders was I forgot, he was a French guy. I forgot his name.
No, actually, no. He
Wasn't
was
that in
a
French?
no. He
Was
was
it?
Austrian. He was the
Was he Austrian?
Archduke Maximilian Archduke.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was a cousin of one of the Russian czars.
Yeah. Battle of Little Bighorn, and Custer was a popular general who got messed up by his pride because he
Yeah,
didn't wait for reinforcements, and he got
exactly.
slaughtered. Hubris, right,
Yeah,
from the Greeks. That brings down a lot of powerful people. Hubris. They
yeah,
get too arrogant. Even in this little place of our little on air, you see the
yeah,
hubris. People have little channels and they make like they're Trump. We're
yeah.
just random people,
Exactly.
talking to each other.
Yeah.
I've been doing this 6 years, Carlos.
Well, I've been doing now for this for now
How long?
2 years now.
2 years. Do you like it?
Yeah, I started this back in February, or I think it
Mhm.
was February 2021.
Yeah. When you come and chat, you should put a link in. Do you put a
Mhm.
link in? I hope so.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah. I really, Carlos, I don't like big panels. I don't think you do well on a big panel because you have to be aggressive and fight. So I
Yeah,
like this kind of situation, one-on-one or two people.
yeah. I see those. Yeah, I like them too again. There was a radio show
Hmm.
back in Mexico back in the 80s.
Hmm.
They had these two guys. One of them was a famous sportscaster, and he was a lawyer. He was a sportscaster. He was even a soccer coach
Whoa.
at one time. His name was people used to call him Mr. Marcos, Don Fernando Marcos. They used to call him
Hmm. Hmm.
Fernando Marcos. That was his name.
Uh-huh.
And he talked. He knew this guy was very smart, and
Wow.
he had a show, a commentary, a sports show, and on the radio, and then he would have another show where he would talk with his friend, and they would talk about stuff like we're talking right now.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. It was don't remember the name of the show, but very interesting. It used to come out on like around 2 o'clock
Hmm.
daily. It was out of Mexico City. It was on national radio back then.
Hmm.
It was a great show. I mean, yeah.
I used to listen sometimes in the middle of the night to these talk show kind of people. Of course, our little universe is influenced by Howard Stern and
Yeah.
Opie and Anthony. A lot of people
No,
like that
actually,
too.
okay. There was Howard Stern,
Hmm.
but before Howard Stern, there was a couple guys who did that.
Like
There
who?
was a guy named Morton Downey Jr.
He was a hate. So there's a guy in our little world called AOC, and he's basically a Morton Downey Jr. There,
Yeah,
he was a hater. He would yell. He would get those haters last for a year or two, and then people get tired. So Downey was really a big guy, but he people got tired of him. Who else?
yeah, probably be good. Well, before him,
What about Joe
basically,
Payne?
yeah, him.
Have you heard of him?
Who
Joe Payne?
was it, Joe Rogan? No, mhm.
No, it wasn't Rogan. He was in that time. He was like a hateful kind of guy too, like
Joe.
a
No,
Downey.
I don't remember him much. I remember.
I know. I like social media history. I like all these old TV shows, and I play clips. And
Yeah, there was well before the guy that started all of that.
who?
It was a guy named Alan. His name was Alan
Freed?
Burt. No,
Okay.
Burt.
I don't know him.
This guy, well, he died like I think in '90 or something, but he started this genre in the late '60s
Oh, I didn't know that.
on TV, where they had these guys
Mhm.
who would debate, and
Like
they would,
Downey. Was it like
yeah,
Downey?
like Downey, yeah,
Yeah.
even Downey had him on his show
Hmm.
20 years later, and he was and Downey credited him for his
You know who had a very popular New York talk show? You know Mike Wallace?
yeah, oh
His
yeah,
real name is Walensky.
yeah, Russian. I think he
And
was.
he had he started in radio on this kind of a talk show.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because I
yeah,
like 60 Minutes, and he used to be part of 60 Minutes. Mike Wallace.
yeah,
Then his son he worked for Fox News.
yeah. It
Wallace's
was,
son.
yeah, well, yeah. His son worked for Fox News, and
Now he left. I
oh,
guess he was
I
too moderate.
I used to be very a big fan of those shows back in
Me
those
too.
days.
Yeah.
Back in the late '80s when they were.
Well, I wasn't around in the 80s, but I
Yeah,
know, I love this history media, and you can get clips.
yeah.
The best TV clips are Johnny Carson, in my opinion. Brilliant.
Oh yeah, they on one of those nostalgic TVs. They have
Mhm.
they have old Johnny Carson reruns.
When he started, they'd go 2 hours.
Yeah,
I think every day of the week in the
yeah,
beginning. Isn't that something?
yeah. There was They
No,
went to
I do that. If you like talking, like
yeah,
it's easy, at least for me.
yeah.
I spend too much. Like Dory, I once did 19 hours
19
on
hours.
air,
Oh,
but the most was 28 hours actually. But I didn't do that alone.
yeah,
28 hours.
like
Now I
Poon,
don't do that anymore.
yeah, but Poon did it. Remember, but he would fall asleep.
No, look. I
Yeah,
didn't take a break. Poon would go off. He'd go drink. He'd take a nap. No, these people who say no, I did
yeah.
it. I did it with one bathroom break.
Mhm.
19 hours.
Oh God, that's something.
Well, I wanted to prove that I'm not old because they have this slander that I'm old. And no, I said no old person could go 19 hours like that. But people want to believe what they want to believe.
19
Or
hours.
28 hours.
Well, yeah, there was that guy from that crazy guy Anderson Henderson. He wanted to do
Oh
20
yeah,
hours,
I've heard of him.
but his friend, I think Igor was his name.
Uh-huh.
He was going to do a stream without ever he wanted to set a record, for
Uh-huh.
being awake for the most hours, And when he was about to break the record, he fell asleep.
Oh,
And he told him, "Hey, Igor, wake up, Igor, wake up."
I stopped going in the middle of the night. My
Yeah,
wife wasn't happy, and that wasn't good. But
yeah.
I had fun doing. I have fun doing this. You know, a lot of people don't seem to have fun.
Well, some people seem to just to, when they, I mean, don't want to mention names, but some people,
I'll
when they,
mention
when
names.
they go, well, when they go on, when they go on the air, they just start trashing somebody.
Dory, there's so much toxicity. I get attacked a lot. That you got to be self confident.
Yeah.
Dory, if you're still there, I did 300 streams with this guy Rev, and then he turned bad. 300.
Well, I met Reb over there at the drama community.
What drama community?
That's the same one where I met Mike and his wife Brandy.
Oh, I wonder
That's
where it was.
it was Fod, a lady named
And,
Fod.
and now we're good on air, but he's a terrible person.
Yeah, I met there. Well, I also met I also met Lexi Lou there, and
Oh yeah, I wonder
and
where it was.
it was on Fod. It was that woman who used to be at that show. It was in the drama community
Oh,
with Fod, and I met
FOD,
yeah
FOD. Oh, I know
FOD.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
That's where I met her. And
Rev
then
Rev was very popular in FOD. It was a
yeah,
very big
correct. Yeah,
show. And
that's
then
right.
he started getting racist and saying the N
Yeah.
words. And
Oh
all
yeah.
these shows that liked him dropped him and should have.
Yeah.
I did too. I kicked him out of being co-host Dory because he started saying the N word and he called this one lady a gorilla who was black. He got really bad, man. You know,
Yeah.
Carlos?
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah,
He was
and
on the last show though. He comes up and we spar.
I saw him. He was in your last show. Yeah.
All he does is attack me, but I get to attack him back.
Oh, look at this. Look at what just. This is something you're gonna like.
What?
There's a movie being released it's
Mhm,
gonna be released in the United States.
mhm.
And it's about it's with Joaquin Phoenix, and it's
Phoenix, I love that actor.
yeah,
This Napoleon, are you talking about Napoleon?
yes, Napoleon.
Yeah, I
This is a
wanna see that, yeah.
yes, and I hope this movie
He's a great actor.
I hope this movie breaks off
Who's
its schedule.
directing it? Who's directing it?
Let me see. Let me check it out because I'm looking at that.
I saw some posters for that, that's how I
Yeah,
know.
Stanley Kubrick wanted to direct a film about Napoleon, but he never could.
Oh, one of my favorite, maybe my favorite director,
Yeah.
Stanley Kubrick.
Oh, Ridley Scott.
I don't think I know that director.
Oh, Ridley Scott. Well, oh man, he directed Alien.
Oh, wait a minute. Did he do Gladiator?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That might be a great movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
Well,
yeah.
I love Gladiator. Anyway, Dory, come on over to an team and Carlos, of course. I think Carlos. Hope now that I was on his show, the etiquette is you got to come up on Shaw. Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I gotta go have dinner. But it's
Yeah.
so cool talking to you, Carlos.
Okay, man.
Really, thank you.
Okay, man. You enjoy your dinner, man.
I'll come up again, man, and
What?
maybe other people. I want to come up again.
Okay, sure. Anytime, man. I'll come up here.
And
We'll
check
talk some
out Randall from Florida.
more. I'll check him out. Yeah.
He's a good guy. God bless, man. Take
Mhm.
care. Bye. Bye, Dory.
You take care, man. So, Napoleon film is going to be released. Oh my God, that's pretty good. A film about Napoleon. It's going to be released. Well, I'm gonna lug out because I got to do some stuff here for tomorrow. But I'm gonna be back maybe sometime over the weekend. Not sure, but I'm gonna post announce again. Okay, and everybody have a good night and thanks for coming. Let's hope this tell your friends to about my shows. Okay, bye bye and good night and sweet dreams.